Create a meal plan with Chat GPT. Lots of people are talking about it and suggesting that's a great idea. Hi, I'm Tim, midlife fitness guy, and I'm going to run you through creating a menu plan and the pros and cons. So let's go. So I'm going to assume that we have calculated our calorie deficit and know what the calorie target is. So mine's about 2,150 is my total daily energy expenditure. Let's just say I was looking at a 1,700 calorie plan to lose weight. So I'm going to say create me a 1,700 calorie meal plan, and I want a macro balance. So I'm going to ask, well, first of all, I'm going to ask without seafood because I'm not a seafood fan, with no seafood, and with I'm going to go for a 40, 25, 35 ratio macro balance. So 40 protein, carbs, fat, macro balance. All right, let's see how it goes. Okay, so here's a sample 1,700 calorie plan with a 40, 25, 35 protein. So it's suggesting that it is going to give me what I've asked for. Okay, so it's looking good on the surface. So breakfast is there for 390 calories, a snack at 170 calories, lunch at 460, another snack in the afternoon at 190, and dinner at 490. So we'll just see what that is suggesting it's come to when it finishes. Okay, so it's saying that the total is 1,700 calories, 121 grams of protein, 113 grams of carbs, and 66 grams of fat. Now, I can already see that's problematic just in the macro balance. So for those that don't know, the calories per macro is 4 calories per 1 gram of protein, 4 calories per 1 gram of carb, and 9 calories for 1 gram of fat. Now, if we've got 121 grams of protein and 113 grams of carbs, they're pretty close, right? So that is not a 40 to 25% ratio. So that's way out. Let's have a look at the calories. 390, 170, so that's 560, 9, 1,020, 1,210, 1,600, 1,000. Okay, so the calories are spot on according to the addition there, and that is not always the case. So sometimes it will say it is the calories that you've requested. It will tell you what the total is, but the total won't add up. The other thing that you can do is manually add up the breakdown here, so you can see that it's giving a breakdown of each macro for each ingredient. And I could have asked for that if it didn't provide it to me. It's probably why it has provided it, because I've asked before. I've added those up on previous examples and they don't add up to what the amount says. So my point here is, I think it's a great idea for creating or giving you suggestions and for giving you a bit of a plan, but do not rely on it for the figures because it is not accurate. I can tell you 100% that I have not had one meal plan and I've generated about 25 to 30 and not once has it been correct when I've manually checked it. So that's the thing here. For sure, use it to generate some ideas. It'll give you, I feel healthy options, and you're just going to have to work out your balances of the macros and add them up. Okay, so if you wanted to just use it as an ideas gathering exercise, so you know now that it is not reliable, it is not going to provide what you ask, it is going to do its best. So I'm going to ask it for a 7-day meal plan. Create me a 7-day meal plan. So you can ask how many meals. It's providing 3 meals and 2 snacks because that's what I previously asked. So let's change it up. Let's say 3 meals and 1 snack per day for let's go for a 2,000 calorie target. All right, so we'll let that generate and we will come back in a moment. Sponsored by Starbucks. I wish. So I've stopped the generation at day 4, given that it's operating at a glacial pace, similar to myself getting ready for work on a Monday morning, I guess. But let's have a look at what it's done. So for day 1, we've got 950, 1500, 1600. Okay, so we've got 1800 calories on Monday. But hang on a sec. I asked for 2,000, so even that's not correct. Okay, day 2, what do we got? So 840, 13, 14, 10, 14, 10, 17, that's 1800 again. So you can see the calories isn't right, but it gives you an idea. So lunch idea, grilled chicken Caesar, salad, you can sort of see what the calories are there, and the same for breakfast, for example. They do add up. 260, 350, 390, so they actually add up. So it's a bit closer. So you can see this is a better way perhaps of using Chat GPT for menu and meal planning. I could make this a little bit more obvious to whether there are errors in there. So can you please regenerate with macros against each ingredient? Boom, let's have a look. Okay, so day 1, here we go. And now we can see it's even got the totals there at the start. So breakfast, it's suggesting is 20 grams of protein. We can do a quick, that's actually right for that one. 2250, that doesn't add up. Carbs 22 plus 34 makes 56, so you can see there's an error there. This is what I'm talking about. There's just errors. 2 grams of fat, 10 grams of fat, that makes 12 grams. So simple addition that is incorrect. So just beware. That's all I'm trying to show here is what the strength of it is, and that's not around its numbers, not around its calculations for macro balance and calories. It's around its ideas. If you are new to the channel and found this helpful, consider subscribing so you continue to get relevant, up-to-date fitness, health, and nutrition information.